She has freckles and she has blue eyes, and it's just like, it's just not fair. She just has everything.
Get her away from white people. Because the way these academic institutions infuse whiteness into everything, it will absolutely have your beautiful Black daughter reconsidering her value, her worth, right? So it sounds like you're on it. I'm sorry that you're going through this. Let's just start there. Like, that's terrible and it's scary because you have a lot of work to undo. Like, you have a lot of things, ideas, and feelings to undo. And I don't know how long it's going to take. But the first thing, yeah, put her in an environment where she's seeing mostly herself. I mean, because look at you, you said it. That was your history. And so it's interesting that you did the antithesis of what your own personal experience was, because it sounds like she's in a very all-white situation. Never that. Never. And I don't know people's situations because, you know, we all have levels of privilege. But putting Black children in all-white situations never produce Black adults who love themselves. It always produces anti-Black people. It always produces adults who don't even love themselves. Yeah. So yeah, get her out of there. Sounds like you're on that path. But also your friend was right. You know, the thing that creates people's identity and feelings of identity, especially it sounds like at that age, because they move away from whatever our parents look like and are putting into them, and they start moving into the group. So it's not just the physical space, but it's also the music that she's allowed to listen to, the dances, if she has access to social media, the TV shows, the programming, all of that. All of that shapes how a child feels about themselves. All of that creates like the norms, right? And so what that looks like is that you have to be very hyper aware as a parent. And some of my friends, they're sick of me because with my daughter, she's forever, since she started watching programming, she's not allowed to watch. She's never seen all the Disney movies. I think she may have seen one or two because they're all white princesses. Like you're teaching you're teaching this thing of infantilizing women. You're teaching this notion that white people, light-skinned people, because even with Pocahontas and Mulan, they're all lighter skin. You're teaching that that's what's beauty. That's beautiful. That's the favorable shade, right? So like, she's not allowed to watch Disney stuff. She's not allowed to watch shows that has programming with only white people. Very, very few shows where there's not a person of color. Very few. And she's not allowed to chronically watch programming where there isn't a Black lead. Because I need to normalize it. And she used to go to a racist school, but it was mixed. It was very mixed, right? I could, because of my privilege, I could have never put her in a space where she wasn't the primary face. And although the teachers were white, the work that I did, the deconstruction that I did at that space to make sure every grade that she was going in had a Black teacher, yeah, you got to do that if you have the time and the, you know, the energy, right? Because they're going to push back. But if not, just get her out of there. If you have the privilege to world school, homeschool, unschool, do that. But surround her with people that look like her, like inundate her with self-affirming ideas of her Blackness and how special that is. Because, yeah, Black girl magic. You got